Okay, guys, we'll get stuck into it. Just a quick one today. Feel free with these smaller groups. It's a great opportunity to ask questions because we can just have a chat back and forth. You get a great opportunity there to really ask the questions, perhaps that have been pressing. As I always say, though, it's quicker just to send a text message or an audio or do a phone call, get the answer, put the phone down, go to action. You can do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can do that 24/7 rather than wait for the Zoom once a week. But if you do have pressing questions that are on your mind, you're not quite sure about something, or is this still working, or whatever, a great opportunity to chuck it in there now as well. But just a real quick one again, a bit like last week. I feel like everything's there. There's no real new update, so just go out and get it done. Go for it, like we're talking about. A couple of things to keep in mind with the promo that we were sort of running from last month. That's still up and running, so that's really cool. So the great thing about this one is um, go up to here. They are taking anything that you did in February. So if you did enroll an Influencer Pro in February, or you enrolled two Influencer Pros in February, you can enroll another one in March, and that will count towards your three. So that's a very cool and generous move that the company's made. You don't have to start again for three in March and three again in April. And so if you got one done in February, get two more done in March. Obviously, you're going to get your 480 on Influencer Pros. You're going to get the $300 influencer bonus. If you create three Influencer Pros as well, you might have created one last month, create two this month, you get your $300 bonus. And so it just makes it easier and easier and easier to get that $300 bonus. So that is still playing. But just really reiterating the same model that we've been speaking about. I want to keep sort of pressing in on it because it is so duplicatable and so simple that we're bringing people really in on that influencer pricing. It just seems to be that really nice sweet spot of 199 US dollars. Really encourage them to get a affiliate bundle pack or at least one product, but an affiliate bundle pack because it's going to be 10, 20, 30% discount where they can then go and retail it, use it for samples, go live with it, go to the markets with it, whatever they want to do. And, go live, get their first live gun, help them to get their three people on board so that they go pro. That's really the the roadmap for them. Enroll as influencer, get their pack, enroll three people, and then go pro, right? That's really the model. They'll get their two tokens then. We help them to bring on a vendor if they want to. If they've got someone in mind, we help them to get the $1,500 and just rinse and repeat. But it's really influencer, get three, influencer pro, repeat. Influencer, get three, influencer pro, repeat. Yeah, that's the real simple model that we really want to keep hammering down. Of course, some people might not want to enroll for free as an affiliate and do their thing. That's great. They might upgrade at another time. Some people might come straight in at Influencer Pro. That's great. But we meet people where they're at, asking questions, asking questions, asking questions, get to know them, get to know their passions, get to know their budget. Obviously, if it's a huge priority for them, they tend to take bigger action. If you haven't done as good a job and it becomes a lower priority, they take less action. But a really nice sweet spot of duplication is influencer, enroll three to influencer pro. So we really want to keep hammering that home. They get their tokens, 1,500 bucks, and away we go. One thing we're really looking at doing with the affiliate bundles, I think they're such an incredible insight that vendors are doing for the people that are coming on board. I feel like working with the vendors though over the next few weeks, it's really good to have sort of two different types. So you want your bundle that people come in that's discounted. It's got a lot of volume attached to it. So that's what we really want to drive. We want to drive volume into the compensation plan for that marketplace, product sales. But at the same time, that person that just wants to be the free affiliate, we want to pack for them as well so that they can come in and go, look, I don't want to just sell one bottle of this, slumber party because my direct bonus on that is $6. Yeah, it's great that I might get that every single month, but where's my bigger packs? Okay, here's a bigger pack for you, but it's still only $20 direct bonus, but there's a lot of volume that goes into the comp plan, which is good for me and you, but doesn't help the influence or the affiliate. So we're looking at just running a pack that is specifically for affiliates to make bigger direct bonuses, and then another pack that has a lot of volume attached to it that sort of more helps me and you and our new people that are coming on to build the team. So we'll work with the vendors on that and do some training on that. But you really want to be encouraging your new people that come in as influencer to grab one of these packs. If you're just going to do 199, 199, 199, it's a nice direct bonus. It's good for the matrix, but it doesn't really drive the uni level marketplace compensation plan. We really want to be driving product sales with these bundles. So that's what really helps there. Understanding that Australia is just about to go into a phase five market, probably like April, May will be phase five. And so there's not much difference between phase four and phase five these days, really. So once you're in phase four, understanding that we have all of the compensation plan requirements in place from customers through to the 100 PV, all those different things that we need to rank advance are in play for a phase four and phase five market. We basically already have the vendor funnel up and running anyway. So there's not much difference between phase four and phase five. We have other markets like Singapore and Greater China coming through to phase two. And so as the prediction, it's already starting to happen. We predicted, female dominated. We're seeing that. I predicted Asian domination. That's probably still months away, but we're now seeing, probably 20 new influencers almost a week coming in from those Asian marketplaces. So get ready to see Singapore explode, China explode, those types of places. So as they come into a phase two and phase three, that'll be really exciting for everybody. So just wanted to make sure you guys are updated on that. But what's really important right now for each and every one of you guys, it's go and find vendors for sure. In whatever time you have, whatever contacts you have, be really picky with quality vendors. Work with your team, all those types of things. But if you really had to focus on one activity right now, it's bringing in new blood. It's bringing in new people that can build the business. That's where your 90% focus should lie. There's always going to be vendors, there's always going to be products. It's cool when you bring on one, but if you really want to get your commissions up and your team growing, it's bringing in those affiliates, it's bringing in those influencers that can duplicate. So that's where your focus should be, sitting there on social media, business for home, headhunting, friends, family, whatever it is, whatever your technique is, funnels, advertising. There's lots of different ways. We've done so many trainings on this. We've got so many resources for you guys. If you haven't seen the trainings we've done on who do I talk to, what do I say, and how do I say it, and what happens when they're interested, and what do I plug them into, and all those trainings we've done to death. So if you haven't seen them or the penny hasn't dropped there for you, go to our YouTube channel or go into the Facebook group, find those trainings, rewatch them, rewatch them, rewatch them, because I've made it a real simple process of this is what converts the best. Here are your best converting tools. Here's the process, step 1, 2, 3. And really start to engage with those funnels and the Zooms and your upline and the three-way calls and all those things that are going to help you really convert. The worst converting strategy is you doing it yourself. And it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter whether you're Tim Sales, Matt Morris, or Jeffrey Ross. The worst converting strategy is doing it all yourself. So use the funnel as a tool. Use the live Zooms, the recorded Zooms, the three-way calls. Use all of those tools which will convert for you the best. Yes, we want to get in there and have the personal touch of the phone call and the Zoom with your upline when the time is right, but we need to expose them to all these other exposures of the, what we call snaps, right? Show now, a presentation. So we just want to keep snap, 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 snap. So that's really all I wanted to touch on today. That's still going, that's still going, that's still going. We have some cool new vendors. So let me know in the chat if you were on the strategy call yesterday and you saw the launch of Joseph McClendon. Who saw that launch there? So if you haven't already seen it in the SKUs, you want to go in there and, I would just go and sign up to something like this almost straight away. For $49 a month, it's a great CV for you. It's a great sort of auto ship product. But if you I just want to check in the chat who was on that call here from yesterday. I know Jeff was, of course. Zach was, yep, cool. Andrea, yeah. I mean, he was just dynamic, just talking about how the mind works and personal development, but sort of saying a few things that I haven't heard it said that way before, and I think that's his talent. Is I always say once people have learnt personal development, you've got the personal development mind. Like there's only so much personal development you can do, but you can never learn less. And what I love when you get to the pinnacle of a strong mindset, a no excuse mindset, an entrepreneurial mindset, what I love about it is hearing different versions of it because it's all the same stuff. Hearing different versions of it from different speakers, you can always pick up a new point or a new tip, or you can just regurgitate a line that you heard from like Joseph and then repeat it back into your trainings. And it's said in a different way that really hits home for your people. So that's how I love to learn now. It's not that I'm necessarily learning too much new on personal development, but I'm learning new ways to say it and teach it to my field, which I find really refreshing. But when you hear it from a doctor's point of view, a psychologist's point of view, of proven science, then it really hits home in a really different way. And yeah, you start asking yourself the questions, why am I procrastinating? Why aren't I going all in on this? Why am I fearful of rejection? And you can really start to unwrap that and break through those processes. So you can do a lot of work. Is he 71? Is that really true? Holy crap. I would, if
I know,
you,
right?
the only thing that slightly gave it away maybe was his voice at times. But if you were like looking at that video, you're going, 45, like he looks amazing. And so that's no fluke either, by the way, guys. If you talk about personal development, you're talking about spiritual, you're talking about health, you're talking about relationships, you're talking about being happy. And so he's walking the walk, right? He's not just, some big, fat, lonely, broke dude that's sitting there and he's a really good speaker. He's lived through all this and he touches into health and spirituality and personal balance and happiness and finance. And so he knows it back to front. But I mean, if you said, "Hey, I'm 71, I want to teach you about health," just where do I sign just by looking at you, right? If you took you to his house and he wants to teach you about finance, you're looking in his house just going, "Where do I sign right now?" If you're looking at his relationships, his happiness, where do I sign? So he really is a guy that's lived through it and walked the walk. So, yeah, if you come in here, jump on the 49 a month. I think he's got another 4997 product in there somewhere. Jeff will know that back to front, but just get in his inner circle. Start to learn from him digitally and then up it to his inner circle and up it. And, before you know it, you'll be heading to the US at his house at some retreat and your life will just never be the same. But it's also the people within that community that you start rubbing shoulders with. And then going to a live event that he's running, you start rubbing shoulders with. Jeff can tell you firsthand just his last 30, 60 days of those examples, but it can turn things around from a 5 year struggle into, a six, seven figure business model in 6 months, or a 10-year struggle with health and weight loss. And 12 months later, you got abs and you're doing a fitness program online. Like your life can turn around in 6 to 12 months if you really associate yourself with the right people. Do you believe that, Andrea? I saw that look. Yes, she does. So maybe 3 months, maybe 2 years. It really depends on how hard you go at it. But things can turn around really, really quickly. Sometimes you got to be patient. Sometimes you got to go hard. What I do know is it's all about association, rubbing shoulders, and that mindset. And there's probably no one that's better than Joseph to teach you. We also have, Brad Sugars launching. So I saw his SKU in there the other day. Um, so Brad's in there. So we're launching him hopefully on this Monday's call coming up. He's got some really great things in there. I noticed he's got like $120,000 products for a 7 days with him in Vegas. You might not want to start with that one. In fact, I don't think Shopley's merchant even can do $120,000 processing in one hit. But, he has some cheaper stuff, $99 a month, a 7, 8 grand product. But we're going to launch him Monday on the strategy call, and he's another great guy. But, if you Google Joseph and you Google Brad and you actually look at how there is no one bigger in the world than these two guys in their niches. So Brad has the biggest business coaching business on the planet, 83 countries, billions of dollars in sales. I think it's something like 1,100 offices, hundreds of franchises. He's as big as you get in business coaching that you'll ever find. Joseph is as big in personal development as you'll ever find. So we're attracting these kinds of guys. If you start to look at some of the physical products coming on, I know that Nick's got some amazing digital products with some big names. Yeah, you fast forward to the end of this year, everyone will be focusing on the Shopley story because of the names that are attached to it, and also this big new tech upgrade that we're about to have as well. Which I don't, you guys don't know how big that's going to be, but it's going to be insane. where the biggest network marketers in the world will start to Google Shoply, and you can take that to the bank, I guarantee it. So when they Google Shoply or they jump on social media, are they going to find Andrea? Are they going to find Joe? Are they going to find Mark? Are they going to find Zach? Are they going to find Jeff, Deborah, Allison, Bronwyn? Who are they going to find when they start looking? They're going to find whoever's visible and whoever have the relationship is. So now is the time to reach out to them. If you don't have a relationship with them, don't go stupid crazy hard. Build the relationship, build the rapport, and build the credibility with the right people. And when the time is right, there's only one person that they're going to join with. But mark my words that the biggest network marketers in the world, halfway through this year, end of this year, will start going, what's this Shoply thing? A lot of them have probably heard about it because the Terry LaCour story. People have got their finger on the pulse, but a lot haven't, and a lot haven't joined or taken action. But they're going to find it hard to ignore when all that sort of hits the ground. So now is really the time to prospect and build. So guys, I want to open that up to questions that you may have. It can literally be about anything we just spoke about, or it can be something about the compensation plan and the third level of the uni level, whatever you guys want to open it up to. I can answer 99% of things I can answer. If your product hasn't arrived yet, I don't have your tracking number. I don't know where your product is, but you guys are smart enough not to answer those questions. Zachy boy.
Yeah, yesterday on the call, they made it seem like the coins were going to be discontinued at some point for the vendors.
The tokens?
Yeah, the tokens, yeah.
No, they won't be discontinued.
I'm sure you picked that up wrong.
Yep, that's a permanent feature. So it just rolls over. So you get 2 tokens, you help your vendor get $1,500, you get another token.
Yeah.
So they just keep replacing.
They're like, yeah, we're continuing the tokens and everything else. So it made it seem like it was okay.
No.
Yeah, no, the token thing is not a gimmick or a promo. It's a permanent feature of our duplication model. Yep. So that'll keep rolling out. There'll always be tweaks, and things will be changing forever. But no, that philosophy has been working really, really well. Instead of us just chucking vendors in left, right, and center and not looking after them, now we have to get them 1,500. Now only the right people are doing it. The token thing is cool. It's working really well. So now that place will stay. I actually think that the $300 bonus with 3 people will probably be a permanent thing as well. They'll probably change it into a fast start type of bonus where you have 30 days to achieve it. But if you do 3 in a month, you'll get the 300 bonus. The $199, that'll stay. That won't go back to $499. So yeah, they're permanent. They put it in there as a promo to cover themselves. And so if it kind of doesn't work, it's like, hey, that promo's finished, back to the drawing board. But they've been working really well, been really well received. So yep, they'll stay. Any other questions, guys?
I actually have a compliment.
About me?
Sorry, not about you. It's to do with Mayella. They had some products on that I purchased, and I actually did a local pickup, and there was no option to mark that on the site, so you had to pay for postage even though I picked it up. And so I just contacted the Shoply via the email, and like within minutes it was changed and a refund is on its way. So I thought that was pretty responsive.
Yeah, that's a really good feedback. Thank you for that. The one thing I do know about this company is, they don't get it right every time or get back all the time, but their heart is always in that right spot. And, whether that took you a week or 2 to get an answer on that, I knew that they'd always honor it. But the fact that you got it done real quick is music to my ears. So that's really good to hear. Thanks. And I've been just trying the Mayella products in the last 2 weeks. And I've got to say, they will become a permanent feature of my nutrition. I'm loving it. So, the wheatgrass, I'm in that 3 to 4 tablets a day. I'm mixing in my acai berry powder with my shakes. It actually tastes, I actually can have it with water. It tastes fantastic. And then the greens, I've just swapped over to using their greens in my shake as well. And man, they are great products. If you want to get your metabolism moving in the morning, start with all that. It's very, very good. Very good for you.
Yeah, just had a bit of a light bulb moment. Sorry to cut there, Andrea. I think what just happened there is beautiful. That little product sort of testimonial there on a hero product. Maybe, Aaron, we could bring that sort of into these calls on a weekly basis, and we, pick 2 or 3 sort of testimonials and get people to share them there, because I think these stories are what we need to be able to get out there and help us to market this in a better way. And, like, for example, we've got the Wow products. My wife loves them. You know, we've got the this pot that we've had all this charcoal stuff on the bottom of it and haven't been able to get off it for like years. And she's able to get it off, and it's almost spotless clean now. And so much so she's used the whole bottle to do the one pot. She wants me to order more in. So yeah, I think that's
I think it's good timing now for that, because obviously we've got the products there. Your things like your Myala or weight loss or nutrition, or it takes people a week, a month, 3 months before they notice the change and have a testimonial. So the timing for all that stuff is now coming through. But the real key driver of that is going to be you guys. It's our team, and it's your team, and it's the people watching this recording. And so as soon as you have a testimonial, chuck it in the Telegram, chuck it in the Facebook group, and we'll prove the post. And then come on these calls, unmute. And so the Facebook group is really where we want to be hearing about a lot of those things, because it'll just build that community. Telegram group as well. The Facebook group is really not there for admin to post. The Facebook group is supposed to be community. So, I would want to be approving 10 posts a day from you guys, testimonials, questions, video that you just did and went live. You just did a product demonstration. You enrolled somebody. So you want to introduce somebody. Someone just rank advanced. Like don't anything that happens within this business, you post it. Don't keep it to yourself or text your upline. Chuck it in the Facebook group, because that's the most visible. The Telegram group does go fast, so things do go missing, but that can be very conversational. Facebook group, is really great for community belief and whatnot. So please let us know these things and post, nonstop.
So just to clarify, which group you're talking about, the TI group or the ATM group?
Yeah, our team group. Yeah, that's really where we want everything to buzz. Yeah. And we can, because people get overwhelmed with all the groups. That's the problem. There's 67.2 million groups in Shoply right now, from Telegram to Facebook, and even I get just overwhelmed with it all. So anytime you got overwhelmed, just bring it down into a molecule sort of world. And so I always say to people, don't get too overwhelmed by everything. Just tap in. If you just tapped into our Facebook team group, that's all you would ever need, because the links to the other groups are in there and the times from the other things are in there. And, so you can always expand out of there. But that's really the home base buzz, if we can tap into that. Same with our Telegram group. Like anything important that the Shoply team posts in there, you guys are probably in the main Shoply Telegram channel anyway. But anything that's super important, we'll just copy and paste and put in our team chat. So that way, if you just tapped into our team chat and Telegram, our team Facebook group, our team YouTube, you're never going to miss out on anything. And then you get on these calls. I'm just taking the call from the strategy session and updating you guys. Like, I didn't know that your one influencer from February is going to count towards the 3 for March. So then I just tell you guys. So even if you missed out on the strategy call, which I advise you not to, but we're going to repeat all the important stuff here. So if you tap into all the team stuff, you're good, and you don't feel so overwhelmed as well with all the different groups and channels and Zooms that are going on. You can sort of home in on the important stuff. Good stuff, guys. Anything else? So we've got some cool stuff happening behind the scenes with some new vendors. Me and Jeff are working on some really cool marketing tools that we believe are really going to help you guys convert big time and duplicate. There's things, obviously the company's working on this big tech. There's a lot of really great stuff happening in the background, but 2.0 now is ready for you guys to go and build and duplicate. And what we really want now to see is those new influencers coming through. I want to see someone that I've never seen before, never heard their name, and all of a sudden they're like a T3. And it's like, who's this girl? I'm like, okay, let's go meet her. Put a lot of, so that's what. And I saw someone the other day that came through Zara's account. Nick reached out and said, oh, can we get this girl on a Zoom, because she's just enrolled 3 people in her first week and got the $300 bonus. I want to get her on the Zoom as a testimonial. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, I've never heard of that name before. So jumped into the Facebook group. Oh, there she is. Who's that? There's Zara. Jumped in my genealogy. Okay, wow, she's really killing it. Reached out, let's do a call. And she's an influencer. She's crushing it. She's got like a beauty salon. She goes live, does videos, travels, and she's just crushing it. And like what Nick always says is, she wouldn't know about Shoply 1.0. She's just come into Shoply 2.0 and just gone, how cool is this? Dunk, dunk, dunk. You got to join 3 people, $300. That's what we want to start to be seeing, because the story is always well received, and now it can be really well duplicated. So the time to prospect, it's actually refreshing because it's been really well received. And I know that when people come in, they're having a good experience. So that helps me to give me the confidence to go and talk to some really big players because, like a Brad Sugars can come in now and have a good experience. Maybe people weren't confident about that 3 months ago. So now is definitely the time.